I am Mistress Babylon of the Sect of the Horn God. You've heard me many times say that I work ER, I do trauma and cardiac. The hospital I work at is also the forensic hospital where we receive homicide, suicide, fatal car accidents, and there are those that go straight to the morgue, of course, but they're under police investigation, and that's why it's called a forensic morgue. I have seen things that, on a daily basis, that nobody in their lifetime should ever see. And except for frontline workers in a hospital situation, possibly those that on a daily basis see worse, and in fact they do, is the military or those that are in prisoner of war camps or refugee camps. I've got nothing on them, of course. But with that, what really bothers me is being added to groups on Facebook. You know, I'm on Facebook enough. I've got other sites, of course, but often, as I'm sure we all are, we're added to Satan theistic groups. And these are the people I'm targeting today because they're fucking assholes. One of them that I was on, that I had been added to, was showing pictures of homicide victims. The victims were young women, and it was the most macabre sense of humor that these theists were getting off on. Who could put the worst up? The only thing that I could think of is, well, what I deal with, and the repercussions in that, but also, what if their families saw it? Being into the dark side is certainly part of being a Satanist. It's reaching out into, or reaching in for your instincts, your carnal side, what you are as a human being, but it's not about glorifying fucking destruction. I doubt that any of you fuckers could actually handle one day in combat or one day in ER. The only criteria in my job is that I do not give resuscitation if you don't have a head, and that's in the books. And I know it's a real stupid, fucking obvious rule, but that one's in the books. So I don't know how many times, because it's a legal requirement, that I have had to resuscitate somebody whose head is hanging over here by a string. It's not a pretty sight. And the rest of them is hamburger mush, of course. And I'm talking about something like a car accident. In fact, one of the more recent things I dealt with was cleaning the brains out of a guy's ears and out of his nose and off his chest from a car accident. We had a woman who came in. She had committed suicide by stepping in front of a train. We had to straighten her body out and clean her up, of course. Yeah, we tried to resuscitate her only as far as legal requirements went. But once I had started to clean her, I realized I knew her. So I don't find it funny that you're laughing at these horrible things and that you attach it to Satanism. Have you ever had to tell a mother or a father that their child has died and the method of their death? Or that they can't see them? We have to leave, certain things you have to leave up to a coroner because they don't have a fucking head. And I've had mothers beat on me. It is not satanic. Satanism is a life-loving state of being. It is not your breathy voiced Satan fucking soldier, Father Lucifer bullshit. And you can definitely go fuck yourself.